How's it going, everybody? Today you can see I'm inside as opposed to in my boat. That's because I went fishing earlier today and didn't get off the water till about dark. So here's this week's video. I kind of was going for the purpose on the water today to figure out what I could make a video about that would be relevant to what's going on, obviously across the nation, preferably. And I was greeted at the lake with typical fall fishing scenarios, the real, kind of cold, dry air starting to mix and turn the leaves over and stuff like that. And lakes are starting to turn over. Drawdowns here on the west coast. I was fishing a reservoir that had real low water, really clear water. And what I ended up catching fish on, water clear is probably 15 to 20 feet, temperatures in the 60s, was actually a topwater bait, and it was this bait right here. This is a 6-inch wood lunker punker. But as you can see, if I compare it to the Gancraft 230, which is a commonly known 9-inch bait, the wood punker is really about the same size. To me, it represents a good 7 to 9, 10-inch stalker trout or a salmon in my lakes is what the smallmouth eat a lot. And I've really been doing good on this bait, throwing it in the middle of the day. I used to throw the 8-inch punker and even the 6-inch punker in the past. And I throw it a lot early in the morning and late in the afternoon. Well, what I started figuring out is this bait's got a lot of drawing power. And it really has enough drawing power that if you throw it over deep water and clear water, you can get big fish to come up into a zone where they're not really comfortable. Which is a really cool aspect you can't get from a lot of baits, because this bait moves kind of fast, it moves real wide, it's pretty erratic. But it calls those fish up and puts them in a zone where they're not comfortable being, so a lot of times you can get them to swat this bait even when they maybe necessarily don't want to. So I probably had 10 or 12 blow-ups on this bait today. Caught a couple fish, missed a really big fish that you guys will see at a later time. I'll put together a little montage of swim bait fishing. But this week's tip is pretty much, fall fishing. Don't overlook topwater fishing. And in the fall when the lakes start turning over, topwater is really good. Lakes with shad, you can go up the creeks, and like Shasta Lake and stuff. Last fall, that's where I was at, catching just hundreds of topwater fish. But don't overlook these big topwater walking baits either. The lunker punker, I like the wooden version. They have really good drawing power. I think they're really productive in clear water because they can pull fish up to the depth where, like I said, they're not that comfortable. So maybe give it a try. I was throwing it on a Fred's crank launcher. It's kind of a light rod for most swim bait guys, but I really like the tip because I can load it and get this bait to pull and walk pretty wide. It manages my braid. Those of you who fish the wood punker on braid know that it tangles its hooks pretty bad, especially this size. And I've had really good luck with that rod, kind of pumping it to get the walking action going and managing that line. So stay tuned for the future. You guys will know when I upload this video of the punker smallmouth that it correlates to this video I'm doing right now. So do some fall fishing. Don't be afraid to throw topwater all day long in the middle of the day. I threw this bait for hours and hours over the course of years and never had very good success until I started throwing in the middle of the day. And it seriously, just in the last few trips, has become one of my favorite baits to throw. I threw it all day today. So check it out. Black Dog Baits, 6-inch wood lunker punker. Great bait for smallmouth. Go try some topwater fishing on your lakes right now and see how you do. Thanks for viewing, and stay tuned for next week.